So I want to talk about the concept of alignment and misalignment because I think it is a huge word that is used basically in the everyday language now. I've noticed that people in coaching industries, people in spiritual industries, people in the everyday TikTok, anybody kind of talking about meditation, anything that kind of talks about looking after the self, alignment, the word alignment comes into it. And I think this concept is great, but I think what has happened is we've overcomplicated it, and we've also sometimes used it as a scaremongering tactic. So I just want to talk about the basics of alignment. So basically, I think a lot of people out there kind of panic that they're going to be on the path of misalignment and they're going to miss things in their life. You know, the worst thing that you can be told is, what happens if you wake up 10 years from now and you've done nothing and you've just wasted that time and you've been out of alignment and out of your true purpose? I think things like that terrify people. I think that alignment has been used to be very forward thinking, and it's kind of been used as a tool to talk about goals and how to reach goals, which I think is one way that you can use it. But I think alignment is basically the frequent and regular practice of checking in with yourself about how you feel, and that is about how you feel about certain elements of your life. Now, this doesn't have to be a soul searching exercise in terms of I have to then think, am I really happy with my relationship? Am I really happy with my job? Regularly. You don't need to do that. Your body will tell you if something feels for you or something feels in alignment, and it will tell you very clearly if it does not. So an example I can use is you've taken on a job that you're not really that excited about, but everybody in the family says it's going to earn good money, it's a respectable job, everybody's really proud of you. So social expectation meant that you took that job on. And then 6 months down the line, you've hit burnout, you're really unhappy, you hate going to work on the Monday morning, you dread it on a Sunday, you don't really like your colleagues, so that you're finding that you're eating your lunches alone, things like that. And it gets to a point where you've had enough and you have to leave the job. You leaving the job and all of those things around it was your body telling you that this was not your space, because your body will tell you and your mind very clearly and very loudly when things aren't for you. So you don't actually have to do that work. Your body is naturally doing it for you. But the best advice I can give in terms of staying in alignment is follow your joy. So your joy is your passions, the things that you like in any area of your life. Follow what you enjoy, because the reality is where you need to be, your alignment, your purpose is linked to what you enjoy. This lifetime is for you to explore the things that you enjoy. That is the human experience. That is the epitome of being in alignment. And all the other things that come from that are because this is your space. So if reading is your thing, if running is your thing, even if it's not your job, it's your passion project, lean into what you enjoy, because that's where your true sense of self comes from. And also, my advice would be open to understanding that in this lifetime you evolve. That's the purpose. From being a child to the end, you grow, you learn. By the end of your life, you have lots of life experience that you've learned. So be prepared and be open and flexible that your passions, your joy, your alignment will naturally change, and that's okay. So you might have gone through a phase in your 30s where you were really interested in this particular topic or this particular passion, and then it changed in your 60s and now you're really interested in this element of your life, or community or family. That's natural, and that will keep you in alignment because you have this ability to understand that things are going to evolve and flow. I think when people are rigid to, I got this job in my 20s, so I want to keep it till my 50s, or I started this relationship, it's not working out, but I don't want to give up, I need to stay here and see it through. Those are the ways that you kind of fall out of alignment, because your body, your mind is telling you this isn't right, this season of your life is over, and you fight it. So my advice would be just lean into your joy and keep checking in with yourself, but also don't worry too much about the bigger picture. Stay in the present. I think we don't do that enough. But you don't need to think about what you need to achieve in the next 10 or 15 years. If you like setting goals, that's great. But in terms of alignment, it's very much the stepping stones to get you where you need to be. But it's okay living a human experience to understand and accept that you don't know what the bigger picture is yet. You're allowed to be here in this space and say, I don't know what my life looks like in 20 years' time. Because it's great to have goals, but when we're so rigid with them, we actually don't let the natural flow happen sometimes. And the universe knows where they want to put you in 20 years. And so sometimes it's this element of surrendering to, I don't need to know in 20 years' time what I look like, what my family home looks like, what my job looks like. I just need to do my end of the bargain, which is stay in that happy, joyful alignment, learning space, because the earth is our learning platform at the end of the day. I'm going to stay here and I'm going to do those stepping stones and keep myself feeling great and good and in the right place. And I'm also going to accept that when spaces are not for me, instead of taking them personally, I'm realizing that the universe is trying to get me nearer to the ultimate space that is mine each and every time. Then you can let go of those kind of terrifying bigger questions, because every little step you are being guided and you are having your hand held by the universe as you get there. So you don't need to worry about that yet. But I just hope this video was useful, because I think alignment has been used in such grandiose terms that it's been quite complicated for people. And I think there's only simple steps. Lean into your joy, check in with yourself, walk away when it doesn't fit you, and don't sweat the big stuff yet. Just live in your present moment.